Good morning, Bronte and Clough, and welcome to chapel. I'm really sorry that you're not here in the chapel building with me today. And Bronte, I'm really sorry that I can't get you to come up and light the candles, but I did still want to make sure that you had your Friday chapel story. I wonder if you have seen lots of rainbows over the last few weeks. You might have seen some on the television. You might have seen some when you go out for a walk each day. As I go around on my daily exercise, I've seen lots of the shops on Southwold High Street are decorated with beautiful rainbow displays. Lots of the houses have got pictures of rainbows stuck in them. And there's a tree near me that lots of people have decorated with bead rainbows and rainbow pictures, and we see them everywhere we go. And that reminded me of a story in the Bible that I wanted to tell you this morning. And it's about a man called Noah. Some of you might know the story. Now, Mr. Noah was a very good man. He lived a long time ago with his wife, Mrs. Noah, and their 3 sons. And their 3 sons all had wives as well. And Noah was a good man. He loved God and he did all the things that God asked him to do. But God was a little bit sad because God looked at the world and God saw that the beautiful world that he had created had gone a little bit wrong. And so God decided he was going to start again. So he said to Noah, "Right, Noah, I need you please to build a boat because there's going to be a great big flood on the earth, and when the flood comes I want you and your family to be safe. So I want you to build a boat." So Noah started to build his boat, and maybe you could join in at home and help with Noah building his boat. So he perhaps did some sawing of the wood, and he did some hammering, and he made this enormous boat, a boat so big that he could fit in it along with all of his family and 2 of every single animal in the whole world, all the animals that existed. Now, if you were here with me in chapel this morning, I think I would probably ask you for some suggestions as to what maybe your favourite animal, what animals do you think have been taken into the ark? So have a little think at home. Maybe you can shout out at the screen, tell me what animals do you think Noah would have taken into the ark? And maybe you could do some of the noises as well. Have a little think for a minute, all of those animals. And what do you think it would have been like? Do you think it would have been a bit noisy? Definitely maybe a little bit smelly as well and a bit crowded, and they didn't get to go out for their daily walk. They couldn't do anything. They were on that boat. And God said, "Okay, Noah, now you're all on the boat and all the animals are on the boat and all your family are on the boat. I'm going to shut the door." And it started to rain, a little bit like it is outside at the moment. And it rained, the rain came. Can you do some rain for me? A little bit of rain. And a bit more rain, and a bit more rain, and it rained for 40 days. Imagine that. And the floods got higher and higher and higher. And the ark started to float with Noah and his family, and all those animals started to float. And there was more rain and more rain and more rain, until eventually all of the land was covered, and all you could see wherever you looked was water. After a couple of months, the rain stopped, and Noah thought, "Oh, okay, well, we better check and see if there's any dry land anywhere." So he got a raven, a bird, a big kind of black bird, and he opened the window of the ark and he let the raven out. But the raven came back because it couldn't find anywhere to land. There was no dry land. So he waited a few weeks and he tried again, and this time he let out a dove, and out of the ark went the dove. And the dove came back with a branch in its beak because it had been able to find a tree that it could get a bit of a branch from, but it came back because there still wasn't really anywhere it could make its nest. And then a 3rd time, Noah let the dove out again, and out it went, and this time it didn't come back. And Noah knew that that meant there was lots of dry land, that they could let everything out of the ark again. And so out they all went, all of those animals all piled out of the ark, and they went and they filled the earth again, and the earth became a beautiful place full of animals and people once more. And at the end of the story, God put a rainbow in the sky, and he said, "I'm putting a rainbow in the sky as a promise between God and all the people, that nothing awful like that would ever happen again, nothing that would destroy the whole world." And that rainbow was a sign of hope, a promise of hope that even through the difficult times when Noah was stuck on that ark, he couldn't go out, he wasn't quite sure what was happening, God was with him. And I want you to think about that as you go around. Maybe you see rainbows in windows, or you see them on the television, or you see them in shops. I want you to remember the rainbow in the story of Noah, a sign of hope and a promise that even through the really difficult times when we're not quite sure what's going on and we're not feeling very happy, God is always with us. So we're going to say a little prayer about that, okay? So if you want to close your eyes, look at the floor, and we'll just say a little prayer at the end of our chapel time. Dear God, we thank you for the story of Noah. Thank you for the promise that the rainbow reminds us that you are always with us, just like you were with Noah. In Jesus' name, amen.